Because you're either ID or EN. That's another thing, right? I have said that where, yeah, I can't sugarcoat it. I can't just be like, oh yeah, we're all treated the same. Bullshit, man. I'm not saying this out of spite. I'm saying this from pure... If you take time to look at Twitter, I'm not here to be a liar, right? I'm an asshole, but I can't lie. Plus, what's the point of hiding something if they make it so obvious? I don't think it's that bad, to be fair. That's a lie. My idol is tainted when collab with an opposite gender. Ooh, that's another pressure you kind of have to have. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and this might be a little bit controversially, but this is just my opinion again, right? Just genuine my opinion. If you have an idol image, you have, one, the pressure to be perfect. I'm not saying perfect to a T, but your mistakes has to be cute or funny. If your mistakes are genuine mistakes, that's a no-no. Think about it that way, right? If, let's say I slip up and I go like, oh my god, fuck, I have to do it in a cute way or not, people would actually be quite disappointed in me. That's another, which leads me to my second point, expectations. When you become like if you have an idol image, your chat has more expectations on you. As in, they expect you to act a certain way and they expect you to say a certain thing and treat your chat in a certain manner all the time. Which means that if at any point you kind of broke that, you kind of break the consistency, they might not like it as much. And here's the third thing. Content cannot be consistent. And I don't know if a lot of content creators talk about this as much, but you know how hard it is to always have a consistent, like, let's say, all I do is stream Minecraft, right? All I do is just stream Minecraft every day. Maybe for the first couple of months it will work, but it's a big hit or miss, sorry. If Minecraft is not popping, there goes my viewers, there goes my revenue, right? But if Minecraft is booming, then I will succeed. And this applies to the vibes as well. If I act a certain way, and I always act a certain way all the time, it gets boring. People come in for like a wow factor once in a while. Not all the time, but once in a while, you'd like to have a wow factor. And if you have to act this, like you have to be an idol all the time, people will get bored. And you have to continue to think about something interesting, but stay in a small, tighter bubble. So that's another pressure that is added onto you. It limits your creativity a good chunk, in my opinion, because now you don't really know. Like, you want to do A, but it's not gonna vibe well, or you want to do B, but the jokes are a little bit too sexual. So there's another aspect that will kind of give people pressure, and a lot of people will have shit to say. Because personally, like with me, I never said I'm perfect. If anything, I play around the idea that I am literally just human. I make mistakes, I fuck up. The joy for my viewers is to be on the ride with me, right? You guys can follow me, see me make mistakes, see me become a better person over time. If you watch a stream of mine like a couple of months ago and you watch a stream of mine now, you can see like slight differences, you know? And things change, and I'm not afraid of being like, oh yeah, you know what? I changed as a person. There are things I like now, and there are things that I don't like anymore. Or there are things I'm bored of. And I've always just played around that idea. With bigger communities, and especially if you have like an idol image tied onto you, you can't really have that freeway, you know? People expect you to be consistent. People expect you to be the character that they love and know. And if you change too drastically or too much, people might be upset at you. And because you want to have this image of being perfect, people will pick apart what you do and say and use it against you. Because they're just like, oh shit, they said this, they done fucked up, don't they? Ha 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 ha. If people fucking did that to me, you know how fucking boring that'd be? It's like, wow, Mika said this no word, lol. It's like, okay, and? She's probably gonna fucking... If she apologizes about it, she's probably never gonna do it again. No one cares. And that's the plus and minus. The plus point about having an idol image is that definitely you earn more money. 100%. You earn more money, you earn more opportunity to be involved in like events or get... I wouldn't say a loyal fan base, but a dedicated fan base. And dedicated fan base comes with a lot of monetary benefits. I would say that my community is loyal. Dedicated, I don't know, but loyal, right? But there are communities that aren't loyal but very, very dedicated. And that's where the sponsor money enters. You know, sponsors, events. You want to have these people as meet and greets. You want these people to be in guest events. So, definitely money is a big aspect on why idol culture is really good. The pressure, however, is so crazy that I don't think even I can handle it. I don't think I can juggle the pressure of having like a big community with idol pressure on me. Cause I like things chill. I like taking things at a certain pace. I don't try to like push it too much anymore. And the only reason I know all of this is not because I'm talking it, like, I'm not just speaking out of my ass, right? I had a period where I was very insistent. Like, I tried to push this idol image pretty hard. I wanted to grow. I wanted to get as much money as I could. I want to be out there, stuff like that. And even though I didn't feel the pressure 100%, I felt it a little bit, and it was very, very overwhelming. My idol is tainted when collab with an opposite gender. Ooh, that's another pressure you kind of have to have. That's another thing. And I know that people see it as a yabai topic, but it's always spoken about. I don't know why we can't talk about it then, if everyone fucking knows. I was also part of that little group of, you're not allowed to stream with this person, you know? It's like, oh my god, this is my Oshi. If my female Oshi is collabing with a male person, that is horrible. You should never collab with a male Mika, because if you collab with a male streamer, that means you guys are having intercourse, and that is bad. Yeah, I've had that, but the opposite way. My fucking chat, I swear to god, my chat gave zero shits. They gave a shit because I was collabing too much. Not because of the person I'm collabing with, but it's because I literally do not spend time with chat, which is fine, again. Like, if that's the kind of vibe you want, that is okay, but I do like interacting with chat. That's why I was like, oh, you kind of have a point there. When it comes to the collab thing, I don't think my chat gave a shit of who I collabed with, but I did collab with like people whose community did kind of care about it more. Which, I'm not saying it's good or bad, right? It's a whatever. Your community is your community. My community's mine. I don't really give a shit about it. But
Sir
it is definitely odd.
Thank
you, Sir Simple, for the 6.9 super. Thank you. I don't really care as much about what other communities are like, as long as my community's not like that. I think it's because you manage your community well in a sense. I think it's a mix. I think my community is very easy to manage. You know, I'm not gonna take the credit all to myself. I genuinely think my community is very easy to manage. That's first. Second of all, I never really shied away from being honest about the shit I fucked up and what I want to do. So I think that makes it a little bit more easier. But in my opinion, right, a community is built because of the people involved. And if you're a streamer, whatever you do or say is going to build that community, whether you like it or not. You can't just say like, wow, my community won't change. Shaking my head. It's like, well, yeah, you also play a part in it as well. That's why I can't judge people's community, mainly because it's not mine. I'm not the one. That's not my community. Why the fuck am I telling them what to do? You know, it's just different vibes. If it doesn't vibe with me, that's fine. If it doesn't vibe with them, that's also okay. I like to promote the idea of respecting one another. If, let's say, someone else has a community that doesn't vibe with you, just don't fucking do anything about it. Just respect them. Let them be. If you don't like it, don't watch it. That's it. If you don't like me, don't watch me. I've always like promoted that. However, with the whole collabing thing, I was definitely taken a little bit. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked at first because I tried to make sure to not do anything romantic or sexual with other male VTubers. Like, I did make sexual jokes, yes, but I've never flirted with them. I flirt with like female VTubers when I collab with them, but not male. Because I told myself that I was gonna be careful, you know? I was gonna be careful in case it upsets their community, yada yada yada. And the truth is, chat, it doesn't matter. Like, I know that there are streamers out there that would collab, let's say a female streamer, and they would collab with male streamers. And when they collab, they always make comments like, oh my god, you're so hot, or like, whoa, I would date you, or whoa, I think you would be so good in bed. Stuff like that, right? I think that's fine if that's what they like, up to them. But I don't think I've reached that point. I've joked about like, hey, would you be roommates with me? Or like, hey, would you date me? Lol. But like the topic, it all depends on the topic. I don't just bring it out of fucking thin air. I try to be careful. That's why it kind of shocks me a little bit. Because even though I disagree with the idea that like, if you're a female, you can't stream with males, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. But just in case, I tried to be careful and I still got shit for it. So it did make me realize though that no matter what, if a community's just like that, you can't change it. It is what it is. There's just a lot of difference.